for an aquarium office tour, whatever you want to call these things. Anyways, time for an aquarium tour of my aquariums and paludariums and potentially future aquascapes. Well, let's begin. First, we have the UNS Foresta. It's thriving. It was the latest short I uploaded, I guess. But yeah, for the most part, like I said in the short, the pearl weed is dying back, so I might actually just remove it all. The high grow is doing all right. I don't want to trim it, but I'm thinking I might, just so that we have more runners. But I don't really want to do that. It's kind of got its own personality. Down here, the corridoras and danios and shrimp, they're doing all right. I'm currently holding Jimmy. You can kind of see him in the reflection, and thus I cannot zoom in. But I do need to top it off. That is the paludarium. I missed the Dua spray about every 2 days. And there's a succulent. Probably needs to be watered a little bit more. Anyways, below this, actually, let me go up here. I have the philodendron Papua New Guinea. I think it's what it's called. And it's going up all the way up there. I'm kind of framing things because we have a lot of stuff on the right side of the stand, and I don't want to show that on camera, so everything's kind of like, yeah. Anyways, there's a giant lava lamp. We won't be going over the plants, but there are plants there. All my bonsai trees are, well, they're not bonsai trees. They're just trees that are going to be future bonsai. But yeah, we got a fern this Thanksgiving from the grandma-in-law. Giant lava lamp. So I need a new bulb for it. But below the paludarium, we have the shrimp tank. And I'm going to keep Jimmy with me because I don't want him to make noises. But for the most part, I only top off these aquariums. I don't really have any like specific breeding projects going on. It's mainly has become my like plant clipping collections, and there's scuds in here as well, and just plant clippings that I don't know what to do with. They're not worth selling because they're covered in algae. But I got all kinds of plants in here. I got a lot of bucephalandras, a lot of nubias, some hydrophilia tripartita or whatever it's called, some random moss, Alternathera rainicki back there, some sort of what's this called, rotala, I think. A lot of subwassertang. Underneath that, there is some Hookeraceae moss. Definitely a variety of mosses. And you kind of see the shrimp back there. These were mostly, what were they? Galaxy, I think. Galaxy fish, shrimp. Unfortunately, when I moved, things kind of got messed up in here, and a lot of them didn't make it. But what did survive, they're still doing pretty good. I don't really have a focus on breeding these guys. I'm just kind of letting them do their own thing. I thought I saw one in here, but I guess I was wrong. There's definitely one over here. You can't see it because it's facing the camera. As a side note, I don't want to edit anything. You might see like these videos clipped together, and there's Jimmy. But I don't really feel like going back and editing these individually. So what you see is what you get. And if you don't like it, that's okay. We don't have to like everything in the world. But thank you for watching. cannot see that shrimp in there. It is literally facing the camera, so it's like blending in with all the plants. It's up here. There it is. I lied. I did a cut, but only so I can get this macro shot of the shrimp. Wish I could see more, but they do not come out very often. I see the scuds more than anything. Here's another cut of another shrimp. This one's I think a crystal red. It's a Caridina of some kind. There used to be black galaxy in here, and now they've kind of devolved. Not devolved, but just transitioned back to more wild type forms. And that's really the only one I saw in this side of the aquarium. If I feed, I unfortunately develop planaria, and I don't like that. It's gross. All right, so the next set of aquariums is on the other side of the living room, next to the fireplace. And you can see there's the plants. We were just over there. But here are my ADA tanks. The gems of my aquarium collection, so to speak. Unfortunately, ADA aquariums are too expensive. But we all know this. Anyways, 45p. I set this aquascape up before the move, and it transitioned pretty well. And I actually only set it up because my 12-gallon long sprung a leak, so I had to move all the plants out of there and stick them somewhere, and here is where they ended up. I am dealing with hair algae. As you can see, I've got it everywhere back there. There is a light screen on this aquarium, but I do not use it because I don't have enough plugs. And for the most part, the inhabitants of this aquarium are the least killifish. Not a real killifish, but it's called the least killifish because they do the least. JK, I don't really know why they're called the least killifish. It is powered by a twin star light. I don't know what kind of twin star light it is. I just know it's a twin star light. Do got the fancy ADA glass lid, because why not? Actually, it came with the aquarium. I bought this used. So if you plan on buying ADA aquariums, used is just as good as regular use or brand new, I think. I mean, you're saving some money. I do use CO2 in here, and that might be contributing to the hair algae. I used this UNS filter, also got it on a discount because the local pet store was moving. But that's that aquarium, the 45p. You see many updates of that in the shorts stuff. Up here, I have my orchid collection. These guys up here need a little bit more TLC. That's supposed to be a humidifier, but it doesn't. I don't use it. These guys down here get a soak almost every week, but I think some of them are struggling a bit. Not sure why, but let's hope they come back. I don't want to lose the stick because I have a feeling we're going to get flowers or something out of it. Or actually, I want to try this Kiki cloning paste, which I guess goes on these little things, and you can get more clones or develop flowers. I have to do more research on it before I actually do it. All right, so we got the 45p, and here we have the 30C Iwagumi aquascape that I did. For my first real Iwagumi, I think I did pretty good, but I do notice some mistakes here and there, and now that the baby tears have grown in a little bit more, you can kind of, some of the smaller rocks kind of get lost in it. The background is frosted, and I do have this light screen over on the right, but I haven't used it, again, because I do not have enough outlets. But we are still dealing with Hydra, and I don't know if you can see it. Several people have commented and said that I should try Panicure, No Planaria, Dog Dewormer. I will probably try No Planaria because I also deal with Planaria in some of my other tanks. So I might knock out two birds with one stone. And I don't mind the snails that are in here, but at the same time, don't really want them in there. And I do want to get rid of the planaria before I actually get any fish. I've got this little tiny Oase internal filter, a little Dua CO2 diffuser in the back. Everything's on a timer. If not set, just requires to be plugged in or whatever. I don't know. Anyways, that's the ADA aquarium stand. And for the most part, oh, never mind. I also have this mangrove that I'm growing indoors. It was outside, but now it's indoors. I remember the fish food. Yeah, there's the fish food. I did a video on that. There are all my tools. Do not mind them. And I think that's it for the aquariums that are active. And I'm going to finish off the video with something from the future, for the future. Okay, so we've got some festive candy canes on top of this aquarium right now. But the Iwagumi room divider tank, I think I've decided that I'm just going to use dwarf baby tears, since it's probably going to give me the most sense of scale without drowning out the rocks. But I have a feeling I'm going to end up just like the other Iwagumi aquascape. Anyways, this aquarium must be seen from two sides. I am using the new Phoenix. Oh, I'm holding Chimmy again, and I don't want to drop him. Using the Phoenix Vivid Plus. I thought I had received the long one I needed, but I ended up aquascaping a different aquarium that is approximately 40 inches long, or 48 inches long, I think. It's not 48 inches. I think it's like 30. It's probably 40 because it's longer than a 22 gallon long, which is a 36 by 12 aquarium. But there is that sneak peek. These are all my plants. I'm not going to go over them because that's not aquarium related. If you'd like to see a tour of the plant jungle, what I call the conservatory, all these lights are set on a timer, and that's the name of the little area. I got some citrus over there. Okay, stop with that. Let's go back to this aquarium, and that's it. That's the rest of the video. For the most part, that's it for my aquariums. I don't really keep anything smaller than that or bigger than this aquarium here. And this is actually going to be my biggest aquarium aquascape ever. So we're here to challenge what I normally do. And yeah, let me know if you want to see details about all these plants back here. This is the next aquascape. See you in the next video.